Oh my God, John was so right. So right, so right. And this is only teeny tiny. Just the beginning, increments. I revisited 6 a.m.'s We Will Not Go Quietly. I bought that, God, what, like a year ago or something? This is how the world will end, but you can burn it again, 'cause we will not go quietly. Unfucking believable. Unbelievable. Increments. Increments. So I went to the store. I also walked 5 miles. Just as an aside, I ain't wearing a fucking mask. I'm not going to elaborate. I can't reveal my location. No. I'm not wearing a fucking mask. I don't go near anybody. And unless Governor Baker says all of Massachusetts has to wear a mask, or my, the mayor of where I live says the whole entire city, has to wear a mask. That's coming next, but I refuse to do it unless it's made into that I have to do it. I'm not wearing a goddamn fucking mask. Joe says that anyway, that you I like to breathe the fresh air. 2000 party over with out of time. Tonight I'm gonna party like it's 1999. Not wearing a goddamn fucking mask. I practice social distancing. I don't go near anybody. Oh, interesting. Here. Remember the one that broke my heart when I broke my foot? Not former godsend woman. She was a joke and a half. Telling me, your aunt doesn't know you broke your foot. Why don't you contact your aunt? Didn't hear one word I said about everything that I'd said about. And this one was the one who couldn't stand my aunt. He would call my aunt crazy, and so but she actually saw me half running today, and because I needed to get to the bank, and she offered me a ride. I didn't know who was offering me a ride. I just was going to take advantage of it, and she's like, and I'm like, oh, it's you, and I'm like, I didn't think anybody would ever offer me a ride again, with the whole thing. Everyone living in fear. It's kind of weird to me is there are songs that I bought before this all happened that are, again, so they were written before this all happened, and yet, you know, like Low Life. Turn off your television. Criminals and victims slip to the system. The whole world's addicted. Panic pumping through our veins. Were they prophets, Mr. Loopadoo? Because they sure as fuck, you know, wrote the songs before reality shifted. 6 a.m. definitely. That was, I bought those songs like a year ago. Oh my God, at least. I don't know. I forget when I bought them. Whatever. It was long before this. Did they know something the mama didn't know, Holmes? Because she sure as fuck knows it now. She sees it. Like I said, I don't know. And I was very startled when Chris and Chester left. You either prematurely go or you stay. I mean, there's no other in between. Because no matter how much you sleep, you always wake up. Alexander even talks about that in his new song, I revel in. Revel. Don't revel in all songs. Reveled in Popular Monster. Reveled in Panic Attack and Paranoid and Nowhere to Run and Low Life and then there are just really fun songs that I love. I revel in a different way. Fear of a Dead Man has a Low Life, and Gentlemen, I liked those. Fucking deal with it, because you can't. Oh well. Hollywood undead, some of us are born at the end of our lives. Oh well. Running from my own damnation, I think I was the wrong creation. Dropped here when I shouldn't have been. Shed a tear, I can't even make a friend. Homer didn't want to walk earlier. I had to go. I got groceries too, but I had to go to the bank. before my mom got hurt, she had written, a check for me to pay major bills. The rent, like $500 to the gas and electric, so my disability check's only $1,000, so you know what I mean. And then I've been buying the food too, so. Anyhow, walking home. I didn't want to walk. But, remember, I had to leave. So, he seemed okay, but he didn't want to walk. But I didn't know. For all I know, I could come back and he's not there. As in, no longer breathing. I can't. That's reality that can happen. Every time I eat food, I'm very cognizant of the fact that, anyone you could choke to death and be gone like that. So my mom has problems with choking, and I have to, yell at her because she knows she has problems. And I said, you don't have to drink it, but you need to always have liquid near you, Mom. I was sitting at the couch and she was at the dining room table and was choking on cereal one night, and that has the milk, and she was still choking. But it doesn't really sink in, and I'll catch her standing up and eating, and I'll yell at her, like motherfucking elder abuse that has ulterior motives. They all do. Would be, but you know what I mean? I'm trying to protect my mom from herself. If you know you have problems choking, don't ever eat anything unless you have liquid nearby. That's all. How difficult is that? Churchwoman saw it. Churchwoman got my mom, gave my mom a piece of something, and was scared to fucking death because my mom started choking and there was no liquid available. They had to stop at Dunkin' Donuts and get my mom something quickly, okay? And Churchwoman even said, Samantha, don't ever do that again. You think my mom hasn't done it since then? Yeah, she has. Selena thought it's intentional. She doesn't want to be told what to do. Whereas I sit here and think, never mind falling backwards and hitting her head and neck and whatnot. She could so easily choke to death because she doesn't at least protect herself in that way. Okay? You'd think she would, but she doesn't. And there's so many people like that, okay? Life is fleeting, and what I see coming, One less here, you'll all go on, blind to all the things you did wrong. Take the time to know you don't want to know. Take the time to know I don't want to know. Ish. Oh, I'm still breathing. Oh, much my baby. I was just rewatching old videos of mine, the very first YouTube videos I ever did. I was 230, just about 232 pounds then. I'm about 200 now, unless I've lost weight, I don't know. I may have lost, I've been very hyper. I don't drink booze, I don't eat like I used to. I'm very hyper, so. I did 5 miles. Give or take, might be more than 5 miles. But I did 5 miles. And it was joyous. Held my head high. I'm not wearing a fucking mask. I'm telling you, I'm not doing it. I didn't belong in the friggin' what it was before. You think I'll survive in this? Ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen, people. It ain't. I was barely surviving before. This is gonna be like... This is how the world would end. Well, you can burn it again, 'cause we will not go quietly. Yeah! This is how the world Well, you can tell all your friends that we will not go quietly.